like I was saying earlier, I really feel like a lot of times like streaming is like really just like a rhythm thing. And once you get out of that rhythm, you know what I'm saying? Like it can be difficult to kind of like get back to it, you know? Um, Not because there's anything wrong. It's just like it's just one of those things, you know? And that's not to say like uh this podcast is going to suffer for that or anything. Um, I would have streamed yesterday, but I ended up I ended up having some like oysters, bro. For like it was the second time I had oysters. First time I only had like one, and it was good. Like I liked it, right? But the second time I had four, and by the second one, bro, I was done. I knew I was done, but I had already paid for the joint, right? And you know I don't waste no food, bro. So I had to see it through. You know what I'm saying? I paid the price. I paid the price for the rest of the day, bro. I was done for. But let me know in the comments if y'all rocks with oysters. That's probably like the only thing that I don't necessarily is like my go-to with seafood. I like a lot of seafood. At least most of them. One thing I still haven't have yet to try. I checked oysters off my bucket list, but crawfish I want to try. It's just the whole process of actually picking them apart and then eating them and stuff and getting over that. Like I know once I taste crawfish, I know it's gonna be good because I love crabs and I love all seafood basically. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like you got the whole kit and caboodle when you're eating crawfish. You know what I'm saying? So like, but I want some like authentic joints. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole feast, or whatever. But that'll be for another time. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you the next time I actually have oysters. I can't tell you that because that joint did something to me. I'm not really. I don't even want to go there. But let's start this pod off, man. Welcome back to the Why I'm Geeked show, man. This is episode 32, man. Episode 32. And we back in this thing, bro. This episode is called Vacation Brain. And that will probably be the last thing I talk about. You know what I'm saying? Just because there's a lot of stuff that happened this week, and at the same time, not a lot of stuff because I was like real busy. So at least I'll say that. But we're gonna get right into it. So first things first, let's get into the news. All right, y'all. So first things first, man. Michael K. Williams, bro. He's one of those actors that like I've just always known about, like since I was young. I never really like knew his name like that, like until more recently. Probably not until like he was on 2K, the most recent 2K. I was like, bro, I know, like, who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I've seen him in a whole bunch of stuff, but I never like was into like learning people's names until like I really started the whole like movie critic or like reviewing movies and shows and stuff, like whole dynamic, because now I have a whole new respect for not only just actors and actresses but directors and all the things that go behind the scenes of just wanting to know more about the stuff that I'm watching and stuff that I care about, because I feel like they put on such a show, they deserve to get that recognition, bro. And Michael K. Williams, bro, is one of those people, bro. One of those people, man. And unfortunately, he passed away yesterday, right? So that's super unfortunate, man. Everybody was, in shock. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, dang, like, that's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I was just, I was out and about yesterday when I found out, and I was like, dang, bro, that's sick. That's freaking sick, man. I'm not gonna go like super in depth with that, but just like first things first, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like legend, freaking legend, bro. He was in a lot of stuff. and he had a lot of good roles. And one thing that I haven't got a chance to get to is Lovecraft Country, bro. And a lot of people was like giving him props for that. I haven't seen it just because like I'm not really into like spooky stuff like that. I don't like being scared, bro. I don't like being scared, and Lovecraft Country is probably like one of those shows that like, and it might not even be scary. I don't even know, but it just looks scary, bro. And I haven't sat down to watch it yet, but I will get there. You know what I'm saying? I will get there, but you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Michael K. Williams, bro. Next thing I got on the docket is pretty much some streamer slash like YouTuber news. It's something that I don't usually get into that much, but since we do this stream live or do this podcast live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ginato Sensei, I figured that I would talk about it. And that is TimTheTatman and Dr. Lupo have left Twitch, man. And in the midst of last week's, day off Twitch that happened, you know what I'm saying, Dr. Lupo and TimTheTatman left Twitch and moved over to YouTube, bro. And I honestly don't think it had anything to do with what happened with the hate rates and all that stuff. Like they really just got the bag, bro. like YouTube is giving them the bag so that like in the position that they are in, they can just easily move over to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? They don't lose out on what they built on Twitch. I'm assuming like it's not a super long deal, you know what I'm saying? But this does put a dent in Twitch's viewership and stuff like that in a sense. But a lot of people are at least talking about jumping ship, right? Just because of the inaction with Twitch and like how they've handled the hate raids and stuff like that, and other things that happen over the years of it's seeming like they don't really care about their streamers that much, like with some things that should be like easy fixes, and I'm not talking to anything specific, but just like wild stuff that has happened on the platform, bruh. Like we was in a hot tub stream meta like not too long ago. Still probably in it. Like I don't even know if that's still a thing, but just all the craziness that has gone on, with Twitch over the years, and then you have YouTube now who is offering, these high tier streamers a super big bag, and they don't have like with that bag that means they don't have to stream as much. That don't mean they're not going to stream, but it allows them to just consolidate everything on one platform, but they still have their other platform once their contract is up. You know what I'm saying? If they decide to go back, but this is like a lot of these streamers' second and third deal. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to bring it to like NBA terms, like this is like max contract time. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a star, there was a rookie deal. You know what I'm saying? And then like maybe you get your, I don't know, like your next deal after your rookie contract. That's like usually like 80 million or something like that. Like the joint Lonzo just got, like something like very much so like establishes you. You know what I'm saying? And sets you apart. And then you get the big bag, which is the max contracts, and that's what these youngins been getting, bro. And understandably, you know what I'm saying, like a lot, like for both of them, they said a lot of the reason was family things because they want to spend more time with their family, which I get, you know what I'm saying. But I don't know if that necessarily like warrants like people to move over from like a streamer standpoint, because a lot of people will be moving with nothing to move to. You know what I'm saying? Like I stream on Twitch, right? But I still have my whole YouTube channel on the side, that not even on the side, that YouTube is my main thing, but I also have a YouTube platform, right? So that transition won't be as harsh as literally only streaming on Twitch and then coming to YouTube and trying to do the same thing, like the viewership is just different. It's hard to get people to, you know what I'm saying, change their routines unless you're that high tier, you know, streamer that has been doing this and building your community for a super, super long time. And I commend anybody that's, you know, taking that plunge, bro, and switching platforms, because if it's more so like a moral standpoint and code, I get it, bro. I get it. But it's like,
what's going on, team? I know you guys are enjoying the video right now, but I want to let you guys know that not only are we making videos like this every day, Monday through Friday here on YouTube, but we're streaming on Twitch. We're having these conversations. I want to see you guys in the chat so we can talk about all this stuff live, man. We got a dope community over there, and I would love you guys to join. So check out the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Ginato Sensei. Link is in the description. Yeah, and I'll see y'all in the chat. Back to the video.
it's just because Tim and Dr. Lupo, who already had a bag, do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're like really convicted to do it and you're just willing to do that, you know what I'm saying? I respect it, bro. I honestly do. You know what I'm saying? But I just like, you know, being able to diversify my content and put it as many places as possible. And like I said, this is not long-term deals. This is probably like 2-3 year, maybe 5 at this point. But you know, probably like 3-year deals. You know what I'm saying? Big bag for 3 years. Like, they might not even stream after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got no bread. So that's just crazy. It's still crazy to see because, you know, it's like, dang, like Youngins is really leaving, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like in YouTube is coming up. Like, that's the only other place people are going really is YouTube. Like, Facebook ain't really throwing the bag out there like that. And I just thought it was interesting to see not one but 2 people leave in 1 week. You know, with a possible third being Nick, who just signed a new deal. You know what I'm saying? He was saying that's the biggest deal of his life. So that's crazy. But, you know, that's pretty much all like the streaming, you know, content creation news that's just been crazy over the last week. And, you know, I'm interested to see how y'all feel about it, because, you know, that's a big move, bro. That's a big move. Next up, we haven't really talked that much about Venom 2 in a little while, but they have moved this movie back up, you know what I'm saying, to October 1st. So we've had delays, a couple delays, but with the success of Shang-Chi, you know what I'm saying, like in the box office, I feel like that's given a lot of people more confidence in, you know, really releasing their movies. I really feel like delays aren't because the movies aren't done. It's because of the deals that people are having, like with the streaming, like same day streaming as release in like theaters. Because, like, you know, if you don't have to go to the theater, they're like, why are you gonna go? You know what I'm saying? If they're gonna just drop it the same day, you might as well stay at the crib, and you're paying less money. And I've talked about this on multiple episodes, but I feel like with the success of Shang-Chi, I don't know if Venom 2 has a streaming deal like with Disney Plus or Sony, or I don't know where it would be at. Maybe HBO Max. I don't know where it would be at, but they're moving the date up, which is dope, because, you know, I'm tired of all these delays. I'm trying to see these movies, man. So I'm excited about that. To keep it on the superhero, you know, superhero vibe, we got Aquaman. We're seeing not some clips, but some images of Aquaman's newest suit, bro. You know, that's one of the key things, you know, in superhero movies is the fit, bro. You know, and this joint is blacked out. You know what I'm saying? Aquaman, the Lost Kingdom. I didn't even know that was the name of it. You know what I'm saying? I just found that out as well. But that was super dope to see. You know what I'm saying? Just his whole fit. I loved Aquaman. the first original Aquaman movie by itself. I think they did a really good job with that. If we're looking at it from just like an immersion standpoint and just like telling the story, there's still plot holes. Like there's still things I don't like about the movie. I haven't done a review on it, but I liked a lot about it. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to make a lot of assumptions, and just your knowledge of Aquaman like really helps but before you actually watch the movie, because you'll get a better understanding of who these people are that you're meeting. But what they did in Justice League and the Snyder Cut doesn't really do Aquaman justice. So I'm super excited for this sequel, man. First one's dope, so if you haven't seen it already, I suggest y'all go see that. But that blacked out suit is vicious. That joint is tough, bro. Next up, man, let's get to some gaming stuff. So Call of Duty Vanguard, right? Call of Duty Vanguard is the newest COD that's coming out next year or this year. And they have released an alpha or a beta that all of the content creators and pro players and streamers have been playing, bro. And I gotta say, like, initially, like when I first saw this game, I was like, this don't look good. Like this does not look good. But actually seeing gameplay of people that's like competent in the game, like it's not just like all cinematic stuff, it has me a little bit more excited, like at least on the brighter maps. You know what I'm saying? Because I skipped World War II, or what was it? I think it was World War II. I skipped that COD, right? And that was because of the way it looked. Like it just looked like old and grainy, and that's because it was World War II. But I definitely was watching it, and I still kind of enjoyed the season, but I just love more colorful games, bro. Like this has always been a thing with Call of Duty. Is the prettier it looks, the better the experience, bro. And what I saw more recently, I was watching a couple of the pros and streamers play, bro. It looked all right, and it didn't like look like they was really trying to size the game up. Like I feel like they were having a pretty good time. That don't mean that I'm about to go out and get it now. That doesn't mean that. I might though, but that doesn't mean that. Kind of like off the COD wave right now. I don't know. You'll see. You know what I'm saying? But it's dope to see that, and I enjoyed it. And next up, we got 2K, bro. So 2K has been dropping trailers over the last week because this weekend 2K22 drops. You know what I'm saying? So we got some of the My Career cut scenes. We got to see the city. You got to see some more game modes like My Team and a whole bunch of stuff, bro. And my reaction video is running numbers right now too, by the way, if you haven't seen it, the short I made of some of the trailers that we got to see, bro. But I'm excited, bro. I'm excited to explore more of the city and really just get a full year, because half of the year or more than half of the year I wasn't even playing 2K because of next gen, and not because I didn't have a PS5, I didn't really want to play 2K. You know what I'm saying? Because once I saw what it could be, I couldn't go back. So and I've been playing 2K a lot since I've actually gotten the game. Still to this point, and it's still super late. I've just been enjoying My Career, bro. Haven't really explored the city like that, but I'm sure with a fresh year and a fresh, content, you know what I'm saying, I might get a little bit more into that. Because y'all know 2K is my roots, man. You know what I'm saying? So I always gotta, like, my friends asked me about it, and I was like, bro, they got me already, bro. Like, I have to get it. I ain't going off and get the $100 one now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to get ahead and get the regular drink just because, I miss that grind, that feeling of accomplishment of just, grinding your character to be the best and just winning and looking cool while doing it, bro. That's all I want to do. But, it was dope to see all of the trailers and just see, people are actually like not super toxic, I guess is the word. Like, maybe I'm just not following a lot of people that, have been looking at the 2K stuff, but a lot of stuff I've been seeing is people have been just like, okay, this showing look alright. You know what I'm saying? I think that's because a lot of people have next gen systems and, or PCs or whatever, and, we're not necessarily worrying about a split release with, certain people getting certain stuff and certain people getting other stuff. Like, at least I'm not worried about it no more. So, like, I'm more inclined to, like, be excited about it. But I'm interested in hearing what y'all think, in the comment sections below. But without further ado, man, let's get into the weekly recap for this week. Alright, y'all. So, Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is the first thing we're going to start with, man, because this movie was dope. I haven't released my review for it just yet, but I could tell you what, bro. That joint is like that. I still like, I still like Snake Eyes overall as an overall movie more than Shang-Chi, but Shang-Chi is probably like the best, has like literally the best fights in Marvel, in the MCU. Not because just of the choreography, but of the camera angles and just like the just effortless, like, action. Like, what I'm saying, from everybody. Like, that joint was so crispy. The cameras they was using, the only thing I wasn't really rocking with about the movie was some Team Jordans they had my mans in. They did them dirty on that one. You know what I'm saying? If they was going to do anything, like, put him in a shoe you can't really recognize. You know what I'm saying? But we had the Jordans and was just like blaring out there, and he had some fours. Like, you're going to have this drip. You know what I'm saying? When you're wearing your regular clothes, but when you put your suit on, you go put the Team Jordans on, bro. I'm not rocking with that. But overall, man, like, Shang-Chi is blowing, like, stuff out the water, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as, like, box office and stuff. It's breaking records, they said. And, I think it's dope because this is the first time. Like, it was a tweet, right? If you're not following me on Twitter, go do that. But I had replied to a tweet, man, that had said, like, that was talking about the movie and, like, just the end credits and stuff. And I won't get into what happened in end credits, but basically, it gave me a similar vibe, bro, to, how I felt with, like, some more of the original, like, MCU movies where, we didn't have all this information. Like, we didn't know a lot of stuff that was coming, and it was exciting because, like, we didn't know, like, obviously we knew some of the movies that were going to come back, right? But, with Marvel movies, it's all about the end credits and how they connect each movie together, right? And this is the first time, like, in a long time where, the pieces to the puzzle really has us guessing, bro. Like, we can't really look too far ahead because these are characters that, either we haven't really seen at this capacity, or unless you have, like, a really deep knowledge with comics, I'm saying, that, a lot of people don't really know them that well, I'm saying, or they don't really know their story that much, I'm saying, because we're getting past the main, high ticket characters, and we're getting into, like, the nitty gritty of the Marvel universe now that everything's been opened up, and we're getting all these shows, we're getting all these dope movies, and it's just like, bro, we lit, what I'm saying? And I can't wait to see more, bro, because, like, not only just with this, bro, well, like, take for instance Disney, Marvel Studios What If, bro. Like, every episode of that show has gotten better and better and better, right? And with the zombie episode coming up this week, by the time you're hearing this or watching this, it's already out. Like, that's just adding a whole nother element that we have never seen in the MCU, right? The most recent episode of What If with Doctor Strange, like, for me, because Doctor Strange is, he's a very known character, right? But because he's only had one movie so far, right, there's still so much to his character that I'm just not as familiar with. That a lot of times, you know, when he is introduced or he has his own thing, like this episode, it's very like cold in the beginning because it's just like I don't have a lot of hype going into it. But by the end of the episode, bro, I was like, man, like this is crazy. Like there's just so much to unpack that we probably don't even know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even, bruh. I don't even know what to say at this point, bro, because, you know, like, there's certain things that make characters great and even just actors great, right? And there's, you know, from their comedy style to, you know, the way that they speak to if their character has like certain little actions that they always do or, you know, get into like things that make them unique, like with Peter or you know, Spider-Man. He does the whole like muttering thing, right, where he starts thinking way too fast and just starts talking and talking and talking and talking, and it's just like a thing that, you know, um it's a thing that not all the Spider-Men have been able to bring to the table, but it separates him specifically in the overall Marvel universe, right? And I think that hopefully it will show within that movie itself. But I'm really interested in Doctor Strange because he has a very like dry humor. You know, like he's a very serious character, but at the same time he like be breaking the rules a lot, right? And that goes to like the arrogance and the, you know, overconfidence that, you know, comes with some people that are doctors, you know. Like, and that's just, if you're a doctor out there, don't take no offense, but, you know, at least the character they tried to portray before Doctor Strange became Doctor Strange, um he was a very confident dude, right? He was the best in his field. He was doing his thing. He had the cars. He had the women. Like, he was out here, bruh. You know, and then once he, you know, um, like lost the thing that made him great, which was his hands, like he had to become like something else, right? And that was Doctor Strange. That is the Sorcerer Supreme. But when we get those inklings of who he used to be within it, it sets him apart, and it's just dope to see, bro. But I think the What If episode was really, really, really good. Um, Maybe not so much like from a concept standpoint because it was very simple. It was very simple, but it was really dope to see. Like, you know what I'm saying, with, you know, the love with Christine being the love of his life, that wasn't really a thing that was super, I guess, like she didn't have that much screen time for us to care really that much, but obviously he cared, and we just kind of had to accept that, and you can look at that as a negative, but once you get kind of past that, you know what I'm saying, and look at just what we have, like the episode was really dope, bro. It was really dope. Um, but next up, man, let's talk some anime. So, My Hero Academia, bro. These last two episodes been heat, bro. They've been super heat. I have kind of, I've been paying attention, obviously, right? But, you know, we're learning a lot of stuff about the Liberation Army, which is something that's new, but that has been working in the background this whole time. And with each episode, we're getting like role reversals, excuse me, where we're looking at the villains as the heroes now and the Liberation Army as the villains because of the position that they put the villains in. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're outnumbered, they're kind of outgunned. Like, you know, the army has, and this is like a separate entity to anything else. They got their own city. Like, there's so much that goes into, you know, who they are and how they became so strong. Not only just like from an individual standpoint, but working as a team, like, and just their leadership. It goes so much deeper than what I can say in this, short little recap. But I think it's dope to see these villains surpassing their limits while also tapping into their psyche, and figuring out what makes them tick. Last episode was about Twice. The episode before this was about Toga. I think that's how you say your name. And I can't really call who the next one is going to be about, but going from just seeing Shigaraki standing by himself after the whole city gets demolished and not understanding why that happened and how this happened, like each episode we're literally watching it play out. You know what I'm saying? So that's super dope, bro. I don't know, where we really go from here. Like, I'm not super excited about the main boss for the Liberation Youngins, just because, from what we've seen, like his quirk, he just gets big-a-buys. Like, and I don't really like really bulky villains, because I don't know, with my hero, you know what I'm saying, like, even Midoriya's last fight with like the youngin with the mask, I forgot his name at this point, but even he had like a monster form, and I just don't like it when we go from just having this like super powerful youngin that has unique powers to like they always have to be bigger buys in the end, like, and just go freaking Super Saiyan but just look crazy. Like, I don't like, I feel like that's kind of lazy on like from a design standpoint, like, and maybe that's just to help like with cutting down on what they have to draw and stuff like that. I can't really call it, but it's a trend that I'm noticing. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least with the villains. But overall, I'm liking where the story is going. I don't know how this is going to affect how the season ends, just because like we're kind of taking a step back, like we're kind of stuck in time at this point. At least with the villains, because they're growing stronger and getting better and stuff like that. But with these roles reversed, it's just cool to see, bro. Because I always love seeing people surpass their limits in shows, man. That's dope. Whether they're on on the good side or the bad side, as long as the story is being told in a really cool way, I'm for it, bro. And Dobby is the one I'm most excited for, just because we know the least about him, and he has the coolest power. So that's pretty much it for My Hero. The last thing for the weekly recap, we got Tokyo Revengers, and this episode was a tearjerker, bro. It really was tugging on the heartstrings, because like Dobby just got murked. I mean, not Dobby. I said Dobby again. Baiji just got murked, right? And this episode was really all about telling us why Dobby was such a good guy. Like, we already knew he was such a good guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we knew that he was trying to, fix things in the only way he knew how. And that's just what it was, bro. And they spent the whole episode, right, going through not only Mikey's memories, but the second, I guess, in command of the first division, like the vice captain, I guess. I don't remember his actual title, and I don't remember his name off E. I can see him though. It's the blind youngin that had the eye patch. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But the episode is just like, it's sad, bro. Like, it's so sad, cause Maji was like one of my favorite characters other than like Draken and Mikey, out of the group. You know what I'm saying? He's getting murked off rip, bro. Off rip. And yes, like Takemichi kind of succeeded because Mikey didn't end up killing Kazutora. So like that's a win, and it holds off Kasaki for just a little bit longer. But it's only been 2 weeks since Baji got murked, right? And he left this super huge responsibility not only on Mikey but just like Kazutora, because all he really wanted was for him to come back and for all of them to be friends again and continue to be in Toman and do their thing, right? But what's his name was tripping. Kazutora was tripping, bro. He couldn't get past what he did. He couldn't accept responsibility, and he's just crazy, bro. And one thing that really like struck a chord with me at the end was Mikey forgiving him, because if Mikey doesn't forgive him, then like the cycle of violence just continues, bro. Like he had to take that step, even though Baji probably knew that, like, regardless of what happens to him, Dave was going to take responsibility for his death. That's why he ended up taking his own life, which doesn't really solve the issue either. You know what I'm saying? Like, he tried his best, but it just didn't work out. But for him to like die in such an honorable way, in a sense, it's just like, dang, like, what do we do now? You know what I'm saying? The only thing we can do is be better. And Kazutora is just stuck. Like, he just don't know what to do. Only thing he can think of is taking his own life as well. Like, how can I repay or even, make amends with, not only getting rid of Baji, but Mikey's brother. Like, there's 2 bodies that's still on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. So for not only, Baji to really take the fall for him so he doesn't feel responsible, which is crazy, but also Mikey forgives him. He has no choice but to, be better. He still wants him to be a part of Toman. I'm like, bro, this joint is wild. Like, like, I don't know what the goal of this show is, bro. I don't understand it. Like, I don't know where we're going. I honestly don't know where we're going, because every moment, bruh, like, I don't know. Maybe it's because the show is not necessarily about Takemichi saving Hinata, right? But I guess it's saving a friend group. I don't know. I guess it's saving Toma. I guess it's saving all his friends, saving everybody, even though he can't fight. But it's just like, bro, like, we can't keep doing this. Like, we can't keep losing people, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we can't keep losing people and letting Kasaki get away with it, bruh. Like, he needs to get, like, he's spending weeks at a time in the past, right? You need to be getting trained, like, how to fight and stuff, and getting stronger from Draken, from Mikey, from everybody, bruh. Like, I know it can't happen overnight, but you spend all this time, bro, you gotta do something. And he was bragging like he used to. I'm not even gonna get into that, bro, because that's besides the point. Because the show is not about Takemichi being the freaking strongest, bro. He's just there to evoke emotions in everybody else and just point out the things that they can't really see to keep Toman together. I guess that's it. But it's just like, bro. It's like, bro. Come on, bro. We can't keep doing this, bro. But that's pretty much all I got for this week's recap, man. Let me know what y'all think, in the comment section below. Lastly, we have the filler arc for this episode. I only got one thing on the list, bro, for this. So let's get right into it. All right, y'all, man. So, this week, we had Labor Day, right? So, youngest had the weekend and stuff, like extra time and all that. And me and the boys went out on the town. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. We didn't go too crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the main thing I want to talk about, man, is freaking vacation brain, bro. Cause I wasn't even gone that long, but it felt like I was gone for like a week. I was only gone for the weekend, right? And it might seem crazy just because like I create content for a living, right? To be affected by vacation brain, even though I do something that I love like every day, you know what I'm saying? But it still happens to the best of us, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't no better. It got me, bro, and it doesn't help the fact that the oysters got me yesterday. But like this was the first time, like this vacation was the first time I like unplugged, like really unplugged. Like I wasn't thinking about nothing but having a good time with the homies and make sure that our cars didn't get towed from the spot. That was the only thing I was worried about. You know what I'm saying? I was having fun, make sure my car was straight. Because it was parking in the city. But once I got back to the crib, I was like, dang. It took a minute for me to like wrap my head around like what I was doing last. You know what I'm saying? And all the stuff that I had prepared to go into next week and this week, and what I got done last week, what I didn't get done last week, just because it was a lot going on up until that point. And there's still like even more stuff to do. But, like I was saying in the beginning of this, like sometimes it takes time to like really get back into the groove of things, especially with streaming, because it's a rhythm thing. A lot of stuff is a rhythm thing. That's why I have these templates and all this other stuff set up so that like, it doesn't take much to get stuff going. You know what I'm saying? So the podcast, the stream is a big part of that, because this is like the first thing like I've recorded since last weekend. It's the first time I streamed since a day off Twitch, which wasn't intentional. I did want to stream, but there's more things that I'm trying to add to the show. Not only just the podcast, but our live reactions, and then also I still want to play through these games like Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. I'm still kind of sick that I don't have all my stuff that I had before, but it's all good. And then I also got a few games that I could just play and not really think about. Like I've been wanting for a long time, and I finally pulled the trigger, just to be able to play Bloons Tower Defense. Like that's one thing that like I won't say I'm addicted to, because I haven't played that joint in a really long time, but that's one thing like I always wanted to be big on Twitch, just because like it's such a good game, bro. It's such a good game. Like when I first found out about the game, bro, I played that joint literally every day, any chance I got. You know what I'm saying? That was like the only computer game I really played like that, and I finally got it on my PC. I had it on my phone for a really long time, but I could see myself like, cause streaming is a different beast. Like I always say, bro, I'm a YouTuber first, streamer second, because naturally, like I gravitate to creating videos more so than streaming. just because you can control a lot more, you know what I'm saying, and you can literally make it the best that you possibly can. Like it can literally be perfect, at least in your eyes, right? But there's always stuff to work on. But where, you know, with streaming, it's more room for error, right? A lot of stuff that can happen. But with streaming, you get like direct connection to your audience, so that's different, right? And I just that's why I like to stream. That's why I'm doing this show on here. You know what I'm saying? And I really think that finding things that like balloons, like Minecraft, things that I can do while just chatting with y'all is going to be imperative to how I grow as like a streamer. Because before I used to just be playing the game and that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I be focused on. Like, I would read chat and like play games, but I will fall out of love with games as well. Like, you know, I don't like streaming all types of games like that. Like, I don't really like streaming 2K like that, because what I like to play on 2K is very, you know, samey. Like, it's like I play my career. It's not the most entertaining thing, right? When I was playing Call of Duty, like I was grinding for Damascus, and like I don't know, I forgot what happened. I think not when I was grinding Damascus, but when I was grinding the most recent joint. I forgot what it's called. But you know, I just wasn't really feeling it. Like I just like on Cold War, I just wasn't really feeling like the pubs, you know. And I was into Warzone for a good minute, right? But Warzone was like, it was like I was good, but I wasn't great. Like, and I saw a cap for myself, and that's not probably like not even a good mentality to have. But I just was like trying to figure out like what I wanted to do on YouTube, and trying to figure out how that relates to Twitch. You know what I'm saying? And I just like know like these youngins is like really like been playing Call of Duty for a long time, bruh. And that's not my gift. Like, that's not my gift. So I'm trying to focus on that. Not to say like Bloom's Tower Defense is, but I just want to talk about stuff like what we're talking about on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? That's like what I want to talk about. And then after I talk about that, you know, just put on something chill and just hang out with y'all. Hang out and chat. You know what I'm saying? Kick it. And there are games for that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might want to get creative and play Minecraft. Sometimes I just want to chill out, play some balloons, get my money right on that joint, just see how far I can get and just go crazy. Sometimes I might want to play my career. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But, you know, I'm just trying to build the show as, you know, on both sides. Because when we don't have a game to play, like when there's a drought like how it is now, it's about to kick up in a little bit because we got Kenna coming out this month. But, like, you know, it's all a process. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much it. I know I just went on a really long rant just now, but it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, Vacation Brain is officially over because we have finished the podcast and now we're back to the grind. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in once again. We do this live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ginato Sensei. If you want to catch the podcast live, if you want to get the audio version, just look up Why I'm Geeked podcast on all of your audio platforms. And this also goes live on YouTube on Wednesdays as well. YouTube, you know what I'm saying, Ginato Sensei. Check us out, you know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna holler at y'all next time, man. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Y'all know the vibes. Always keep growing. So you going to your boy G. I'm gone. Peace.
Dang, I know they like that video, bruh. That's crazy. I can't wait to see the comment. Whoa, what are you still doing here? Well, since you're here, you might as well hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because if you didn't, what are we really here for? If you're still here at this point, you probably still want to know and talk more about it. So come through on the Twitch stream, man. Twitch.tv/Ginato Sensei. I want to see you in the chat. Let me know you came from YouTube and we could talk about today's video. Discuss anime, movies, films. Y'all already know what it is, bro. Wait, that's still not it? Oh, I know what it is. You was wondering about this drip right here. Well, you can check that out on IG, Growth Apparel. That's Growth Apparel, GRWTH. It's on the screen right now. So go copy you a tee, man. I'm gonna see y'all in chat. I'm gonna see y'all in these comments. I appreciate y'all once again. Y'all already know I rocks with you, bro. I'm out of here. You still here? Ah, y'all gang.